Hello, everyone. Welcome to Not a Scratch, the only podcast that believes that Scratch is an overpowered move. I'm your host, Tanner himself. You may notice this episode is slightly shorter and has a weirder title. I had left the previous episode on a cliffhanger with the intention of putting the remainder of that into the next episode. As I was editing that next episode, I realized that it didn't make as much sense. So think of this as almost like a bonus episode slash continuation of the previous one. I apologize for any of the inconvenience. Shout out to Tabletop Audio for the music provided in here of Witch Mountain. And be sure to check out all the links in the description below for support methods, whether it's Patreon and everything else, because your support is incredibly helpful. Now, without the further ado, let's just get straight into the story. If you have any questions, Adora at Adora and Region on Twitter. You can Discord me. And that's about it. Thanks. See ya.
The following podcast is a member of the Pokecasters Network. Pokecasters Network, supporting Pokemon content creators, their shows, and the community of Pokemon fans. To find out more, check out PokecastersNetwork.com or find us on Twitter and Facebook.
I not quite like actively looking around, but not eyes closed, just like sit down and like just stop for a second and just calm down.
Nothing seems to have changed, at least where you're looking.
Once Kyle's taken that beat, he's gonna start scanning around and seeing if he sees anything.
So yeah, nothing that you see around you. You turn around and you see yourself at the base of a large mountain.
I am now at I can see that there's a mountain now.
You can see that there's a mountain now. There seems to be a path that circles around this mountain.
Does this mountain look at all familiar?
It does, but you're not sure why. If you would like to roll a history check.
I think I would like to search the recesses of my memory and memories and what's the plural of our memories? And I rolled a 4. Okay.
Mountain looks familiar.
Yeah, there is nowhere to proceed but up this mountain.
You walk around this mountain.
Very cautiously proceed up this mountain.
Yeah, you're cautiously going around this mountain. Then you reach the top. And as you reach the top, you see in front of you a large
door. Yeah, a door. Why? Why have you done this to me? Sorry, I should have warned headphone viewers. Maybe cut that up so I warned the headphone viewers, listeners before.
Future me is probably going to listen to this and be like, oh my gosh, he's yelling so loud.
Yeah.
All right, but you've reached a large door. Something in your mind says that you should say something. And sure enough, as you reach the door, you hear a single voice. Password.
Kyle is going to check the recesses of his memories to see if there is any word or phrase that seems like it would be right here. Because I know Ralph never got it, and I know Kyle never saw Ralph get it. I know the only way that Ralph entered was by breaking down the door, right?
Yeah, that was the only time that that you saw it happen, at least. There was one other instance where Ralph became the person inside the door, or at least presumably. But not sure if you know how to control that.
Yeah, no.
You could try.
I think Kyle is just going to search the recesses of memories to see, like, are there any words or phrases that would make sense in this situation to use? Anything in his vast memory bank.
Are you attempting to do a history check?
I'm attempting to do a history check.
Go ahead and use a history check.
Oh my goodness, I rolled a 4 again. That is, yeah, you know what? Fair enough. I'm normally upset at the dice for rolls like that, but I was really reaching there. And
yeah, that time it makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you recess of your mind. There's a few words that pop out, but the only reason they pop up is because you feel like they're wrong. But ultimately, nothing shows up.
And I mean, there's nowhere else to go, and there's nothing else to do. Is this person who asked the password, are they? If I just sit down outside the door and don't move and don't say anything, do they nag me for the password, or can I just sit here?
You could theoretically sit here forever. They're not saying a word.
I just knocked. Instead of guessing a password, I just knocked.
Okay. Roll performance is what it is. This is a cute roll.
Interesting. We're going somewhere. It's a nat 20. Okay, we're going somewhere.
I gave you the chance. All right.
Cool.
You knock on the door, and in a weird sort of way, as you knock on this
Why
door,
did that work?
in a weird sort of way, as you knock on this door, you feel, best way to describe it, your spirit leave you and enter as you
Whoa.
continue, as your body is now just mindlessly knocking on this door until a moment where, like, spirit you, what are you thinking as you see yourself basically knocking?
This is both incredibly cool and incredibly terrifying.
At a certain point, you just stop and sit back down.
And sit outside the door. I think what I'm gonna do is, now that my soul is detached from my body, I'm gonna see if I can poke my head through the door.
You don't need to bother about poking your head through the door. You just waltz on in.
Well, no, I don't want to actually have my entire spirit inside of this
gotcha.
room. I just want to poke my head in.
Um,
I don't want to be in there, but I want to see in there.
okay, so you poke your head in, you look inside, and you see a room that is vaguely familiar to you. You see a table with a bunch of chairs, a large throne chair, full of like jewels and gold and all this other cool stuff. No one seems to be inside.
No one's here, but someone asked for the password. Kyle's gonna just scan the walls and ceilings to see if there's anything amiss or if it's really just an empty room.
There's nothing here, at least.
Okay. And there's nothing of interest in this room, right? It's not like there's books.
I mean, go ahead and in the room. It's go roll in investigation, I guess.
Oh, well, that's sad. My dice nearly rolled up. My die nearly rolled off the table, so I re-rolled and I got a 5.
Again.
Again.
Nah.
It was another smart check too. Every smart check is 4 + 1. What is this?
This is wonderful.
It's some cheese.
All right, yeah, you enter in. Nope, just a table, throne room, nothing that strikes your fancy.
Okay. Does floating and poking, just having my head poking through the door while I'm floating, is this tiring at all? Should I sit?
No, I mean, it's not tiring. You could do whatever you want. Your energy seems to be free flowing.
Cool. I think I'm gonna move out of the obvious pathway in and out of the room, but I'm also not gonna be fully in the room. Can I be halfway in one of the side walls, on the side of the mountain that's cliffside, so that
So you're poking it through the cliff?
Kinda.
Okay, I sort of get what you mean.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm out of the way in case people can see my incorporeal being. Right? I want to be out of the way, but I still want to have eyes on the room and oh wait, my body's outside. It's Dream World. It's fine. My body will be fine.
Okay. You sure enough do that. How long do you plan on waiting?
Until something happens. Kyle is in stealth mode. Kyle is in spy mode, in stakeout mode. Kyle, you could give him all he needs is a box of donuts and he can sit here all day.
Gotcha. Roll stealth.
Oh, finally, average roll. A 14 + 1 is a 15.
Full success. You are blending into this rock.
I am rock.
You wait for a while, and then you see something. Something that catches your eye. What you see on the throne is a black beam that hits it, and a voice seems to be coming out from it. The black beam is still there. You're not able to see what this is.
A black beam with an M, as in a beam of light, but it's not a beam of light. It's a beam of absence of light.
It's like a dark beam.
Okay.
And at this point, as the beam fades away, it's just kind of like a black, misty shadow. If you would like to attempt to see what this is, roll perception with disadvantage. If you don't have to. But
I mean, I'm gonna attempt to see what it is. But your voice was if you would like to attempt to see this, roll perception.
If you would like to make this campaign potentially really short, roll perception with disadvantage.
Press 2 now. Why did I say 2? I jinxed myself. No, I didn't! Oh my goodness! I lost a nat 20, but the other roll was a 16.
Hey, okay.
So we're good.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. It's been so long. I got frustrated with the bad rolls. I forgot that the dice pull through when I need them. They absolutely pull through when I need them the most.
All right. You're able to vaguely see through this black beam. Or vaguely able to see through this shadow. It's
like
not
this
clear.
haze. Yeah.
It's not clear what it is. But what you can tell, much to your surprise and much to your confusion, is that on that chair is a very familiar bottle.
Huh?
I'm confused. I'm wondering how long future me is going to edit this down to, because I think that is going to like immediately pop up and then I'm going to immediately start talking. But there's a very large pause here.
Yeah, no, because that, sir, I'm not gonna lie. That long pause I thought was gonna be you saying, and that's where we'll end this episode.
Nah, we're going on.
Oh,
We doing this, man.
oh.
There is being a bottle.
There's a bottle and it looks familiar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
If you
keep
would
an
like to
eye
figure
out.
out what it is, roll history.
Do I need to figure out what it is? Do I need to roll history for this?
Kyle
Do I need
needs
to
to
roll
roll
history for Kyle? For Kyle to know what this is?
Yes.
All right. Well, I got a 13. Kyle has some idea of what this is. He doesn't know exactly, but he has some idea.
Yeah, it's a bottle that I think that's enough. I think you know what it is. It's a bottle, something in your other timeline, the one that matters. It's something in that timeline. There's a bottle, and there's some force in there, right?
There's some force in there. Well, I know what bottle this is. I don't know exactly what is in the bottle, but I know what bottle this is. I know the lore of the bottle.
Yeah.
Like I know that the Whiskatch was like, hey, if whatever's in this bottle gets out, it's a force of evil that will doom us all. Like,
yep. And
yeah.
ta-da, bottle. So I can tell Kyle probably a little shocked.
Kyle right now, like, his eyes are popping out of his incorporeal skull, and he is like he like is wide-eyed and like alert and like looking out for anything right now.
Then you hear a knock on the door.
Kyle's gonna very quickly pop his head back out and look around to see if his body is still there.
Body's still there. You're good.
And if anyone else is there with it.
Oh, sorry. I think
because Kyle kind of just left his body sitting there.
Yeah. What would I roll for this?
Also, this is wild. How is this episode 2?
Yeah. Roll stealth for me.
18. The dice come through for me when I need them, dude. They come through when I need them.
I'm sorry, what was that? I caught only
18.
18. If your body somehow had the mental fortitude, maybe your spirit was guiding it, so the body is now hiding in a good enough spot that you don't have to worry.
Perfect. Back into the room my head goes.
No noise comes from the figure, but you still hear password. What you hear afterwards is something that I'm going to require you to roll a history check on. We're rolling a lot of dice today.
Yeah, we are. Wow. History is smart, right?
Yep.
And I've been rolling a lot of 4s.
Oh boy.
9 + 1 is 10, baby.
A 10.
The dice come through when I need them.
A mixed success. You hear some noise, basically. A word is said, but, and to quote myself from like 2 years ago, a word is said, but the sound is different from any other language heard before.
Oh, that's a deep callback, bro. That's a deep callback.
To be fair, I have the script that I that I have.
I mean, yes, but that's a deep callback.
Yeah.
Like, sorry if you're new to the show. That's a deep callback.
Here's a slightly less deep callback. You know what this language is.
Is it oldish?
It is oldish. Which I will remind this for your sake. One quick flash of memory. Dang. Ralph was the one that memorized oldish.
Yeah, Ralph. But I could like recognize the sounds and like the rune or like specific runes and stuff.
Yeah, but you have no idea what it means.
I have no idea what it means, but I know what the word was.
Sure, but would you be able to pronounce it the same way?
Would I be able to say the word?
Probably not. With a mixed.
Would I be able to say it with a bad accent?
No. It's one of those like, it's got a sound in it that your language, common English, whatever, doesn't have. One of those feelings.
Fair enough.
Now, Ralph had mastered that sort of thing through his studies of the English language or something.
Ralph was actually a surprisingly like well-versed linguist.
Yeah, we talked about that before. Ralph was a poet, right?
Was he?
Yeah, that was a thing that we established.
Yeah, but poetry like it requires a strong
Language
command of
manipulation.
language, but
Yeah.
not necessarily linguistics.
That's fair. Anyway, word is said, and a figure comes inside. And this figure, you know this, regardless of which timeline we're talking about, because this figure is Zorark.
Oh, joy. Oh, joy. That's fun.
Zorark walks inside. The figure, and this is fun because I think this is. No, it's not. Never mind. I was about to say this is the first time I've done this in front of you, but you've heard this voice before. Zorark comes up, kind of like bows a bit, like nods the head to the throne room figure. And what was the Zorark's voice? It was just like deep, like butler voice, I think. Master, the mission was more or less a success. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. This figure that you hear on the throne is the same figure that sent you into the ice world a month ago-ish.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't the Zorark have more of a jokery voice? But no, that was this dude, like, possessing the Zorark.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a big bad.
Kyle, like, in his mind is processing all of this while also, like, trying to focus on, paying attention to what's happening and learning as much as he can while also being terrified.
Absolutely, we've been successful, I suppose, although I guess it's not quite our doing that we were able to knock one of them off. Good.
Kyle at this, like, in his head, scoffs a little bit of like, yeah, of course you'll take credit for it, of course.
At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how it happens. It just matters that each and every one of them falls. If we have to go one at a time, it's certainly much more, longer of a trip. But at the end of the day, our goal is our goal. And they seem to be progressing faster than I expected. Of course, we have agents going out and trying to fix the issue at hand, I suppose. Yes, but that seems to be the problem, isn't it? You see, we continue to use our own agents, and while I do respect everything that you all do, frankly, you're the only one that's been actually successful at anything. I appreciate that, Master, but the others have done a good job of gaining information, and we've been able to proceed forward. Yes, I understand that. But we need to go back to old methods, old strategies, old tactics, I suppose. After all, why bother using our own members when we could just use someone else? This ringing any bells to you?
Not exact. Like, do I have some vague idea of what's being alluded to? Yes. Do I remember a specific instance that I should be remembering? No.
Okay. All right, cool. I guess roll history if you want to know.
Yes. Does Kyle know? No, because 4 + 1 is 5.
Bro, however you're rolling the dice, just flip your hand around and then roll the dice like that.
Okay, all right. You know what? I'm taking that advice. And it was a net. Oh my goodness. I kid you not, it came up 20. What?
Yeah, I'll give you the I'll give you the advantage. In exchange, I won't give you as much information, but I'll give it to you.
But I got a nat 20.
Yeah, but to balance out the fail.
But I got a nat 20.
You'll get a slightly better mixed success. How's that?
No.
Fine. You get a regular success.
I was gonna say, if you retroactively give me advantage into a nat 20, sure, take away the whatever slight advantage I would have had with the nat 20 and just give me the full success. I think that's only fair.
Sure. Here's what I will say.
Actually, wait. I didn't even ask for this advantage. You gave it to me. This is your own fault. Give me the nat 20. You literally brought this upon yourself.
All right, here's how we'll do this. Odds or evens?
For that, I will roll because I can't choose odds.
Okay, if I roll odds, I'll give you the nat 20. If I roll
otherwise,
evens,
it's a full success.
Full success.
You know what? That's fair. But can I tell you how to roll the die? Because you made me change the way I roll.
Sure.
So the way you normally hold a die in your hand, underhand, flip your hand over so you're holding it overhand.
Right.
And literally just mirror the motion of shaking the dice. But then when you actually roll, twist your hand back, twist your hand to do a full 180 of your hand and roll the way you normally would, but with your elbow almost coming off your body.
Okay. Remind me what you said?
So you're gonna hold the dice overhand.
Or no, not that. The number.
Oh, the number, it was odd. You rolled odd, didn't you?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what it was because I rolled a 9, but I couldn't tell if it was a 6 or a 9.
Yeah. See, you brought this upon yourself.
Hey.
You could have accepted the running gag of 4 + 1 = 5, but no, you had to get cocky, and this is what you get.
Hey, all right. I don't know if this is going to help necessarily, but it's certainly going to open things up. Way back in the ancient days of Arc 1, you remember an instance that's very familiar to you and also probably scarring to one of your friends because you remember way back when Isaac was under the control, presumably.
That's what it was. Right. Yeah. Oh no, they're not gonna. No, not like this. Come on. We're back to reusing old. Like, come on. Can't our villains be original anymore?
Sure enough, Zoroark responds like, "So I think we should be a little bit more original." And the figure goes, "Oh no! You see, the problem that we've been having is all this originality. These new strategies. When has a sequel ever been better than the original? Don't answer that."
You see the Zoroark like raise his finger and it just immediately gets cut off.
For the most part, sequels have never been as successful.
And the Zoroark raises his finger again and be like,
Beside what? Beside Genesect 2. We all know Genesect 2 was better than Genesect 1. We don't need to talk about that. That's my equivalent of Terminator.
No, but then also you got like the first one was like better, right? And then it was like, oh, no, but like more successful. And it's like, well, actually, they tend to sell out more than their originals because people are more excited.
But you see, that's what we need. We have to find a new ally, I suppose. They don't have to know everything, but enough. And you see the figure kind of like form something and toss it over to the Zoroark, who catches it in their hands, looks at it, nods, and then walks out.
Okay. Can I very quickly peek like outside the cave to see if the where the Zoroark goes after leaving?
Sure. You see the Zoroark as walking out the door, using its claws, like make an X and walk through the X.
Okay, cool. And then pop head back in.
The figure in the shadows kind of stalls for a bit, kind of just waiting, trying to like maybe figuring something out.
Oh no! I've been sneaky. I roll 20s. Don't do this to me.
Not okay. I will alleviate your pain. Not figuring something out like, oh no, there's a guy here. It's more of just figuring something out like 2 + 2 is 4, like in their heads.
Okay.
Because you can tell it's like contemplative sort of waiting.
Okay.
If you can tell that.
No, yeah, you can tell the difference between when someone is sussing something out and when someone is just lost deep in thought. You could tell that you could like actually see the difference. With humans at least.
Yeah.
With humans with facial expressions. I don't know about wasps of smoke and mist, but
where would I go with this? There's something I want to do and I don't know how to do it.
You know, if you tell me exactly what it is you're trying to do, I can help you figure out how to do it.
All right, I got it. So what the figure does is, the figure just kind of pauses for a bit and then thinks, yes, I'll go to the creator. They'll be able to create something for me and then I can go have a conversation with the Sky Lord themselves. Then black beam, whoosh, goes away.
There's no one in the room. I've seen everything that's gone down, and I'm still in Dreamland.
Yep.
If I pop my head out and look back outside, am I still like...
You're still hiding.
Well, my body is still hiding, but like... Yeah. There's nowhere to go, right?
Nope. I mean, back down the mountain.
But if I look down at the foot of the mountain, there's just darkness still.
Yeah, when you look down the mountain, there's still darkness.
Okay. I think you know what? We'll try it. Let me see if I can pop back into my body and go back down the mountain.
All right. You pop back in, you go back down. You're at the base of the mountain now. Things are starting to get blurry though.
Things starting to get blurry?
Yes.
How so?
Blurry. I'm not sure how else to describe it. It's like a crayon sort of feeling.
Like if I take off my glasses.
Like, yeah, except like getting more blurry over time.
Yeah. Okay. That's weird. Can I go anywhere from the base of the mountain?
No. I think at this point it's more of just you're dreaming. So.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna chill because like normally with a dream, right? Like either like you wake up and your dream is over, or like, you know, your dream reaches a stopping point and you're no longer dreaming. I feel like is what happens, right?
Yep.
And I'm just in this weird limbo where there's nothing to do in my dream. I'm bored in my dream. How can I be bored in a dream?
And then all of a sudden, pop, you wake up.
Okay, there it goes.
I was trying to find a good transition. I couldn't think of anything. And that's where we'll end this episode, I guess. In the morning, as you approach the new city that has no name. Oh boy, we gotta think of something.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. That ends this episode. Yay!
Woo! We actually didn't end on a cliffhanger.
Yes, for once. That is gonna wrap up this episode. I have been your PM, your DM, your GM, Anirudh himself, putting his dice away.
And I've been Mohammed, playing Kyle.
And until next time, did you know